So you're 100% right. And in fact, that's a glaring red blinking light for us in crypto. And let me just put this in perspective. If you go back to 2021, Nvidia was up 200%. Bitcoin went from, basically 20,000 to 65, 69,000, right? Same thing with other ones, AMD or a Microsoft or all of these, they were all running together. So it was a very clear risk on trade. You are not seeing that this time in Bitcoin. And what that means to me is, so I think there's a big disconnect with actually what investors want Bitcoin to be. Is it a risk asset? Well, sometimes, like we've seen, it goes up with tech, or sometimes it goes down when tech. For instance, today, right? Today, Bitcoin is down, tech is up. On the other side, we saw a few times where the banks were collapsing and Bitcoin went up. So is it a safety asset or is it a risk asset? Which one is it? And investors can't decide. And when investors can't decide, that is not a healthy place to be in the market. So again, the biggest thing to me is this chart continues to hold underneath 30,500. You've got bearish consolidation starting on this chart. We break this 25,900 level. You're going to get a leg down probably to about 24 to 23,000, which is your next support. And I will say this is that the hype when we were at 30,500, people were going nuts. I even commented, I think to you in one of our interviews, that it was reminiscent of the hype that was at 69,000, the same sort of buzz. And to me, that was a negative divergence, because if you're at this lower price and you have that same level of hype, and we know what happened there, it's likely going to repeat here. And I still am in the camp that I don't necessarily believe the lows are in on Bitcoin just yet. I mean, listen, people, there's nothing more that has a bigger cult following than crypto. And I love crypto long term. I love specifically Bitcoin long term. I really do think it will mature into the digital gold. I plan on holding a ton of it at the right time. But that doesn't mean, again, if you look at 2017, when we topped out there, we pulled back in that bear cycle to 3,500. And then we went back to 10,000, which was basically a triple. And then we went back and retested the lows. So, I mean, you can't say, well, it tripled back then off the lows and retested. But in this case, it's up 100%, but it's not going to go back. The logic just isn't there in that situation.